Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class from the chapter decimals, let us first learn about multiplication of a decimal number by another decimal number. In the previous class we have discussed multiplication of a decimal number by the numbers 10, 100 and 1000. Yes, depending on the number of zeros here, the decimal point would move so many decimal places to the right. Now what if we have another decimal number? What if we have to multiply a given decimal number by another decimal number? For example, let us multiply 9.84 by 1.5. To find the product of these two decimal numbers, multiply the given numbers as whole numbers. What should we do? Multiply them both as whole numbers. See, that means you can remove the point, do not care about the point and just multiply them. 984 into 15. 5 fours are 20, 2 carried. 5 eights are 40 plus 2, 42. 5 nines are 45 plus 4, 49. And then we have 1 into 4. Before multiplying we have to place a 0, right children? Yes. So 1 fours are 4, 1 eights are 8 and 1 nines are 9. Now we have the partial products here. We need to add them together. 0 plus 0, 0. 2 plus 4, 6. 9 plus 8, 17. 1 carried. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 9, 14. So here we have 14,760 as our answer. But this is not the whole answer. In the second step, we have to count the number of digits to the right of the decimal point in both the decimal numbers. Put the decimal point in the product by counting the same number of digits from its rightmost place. What should we do in multiplication? First we have multiplied both the numbers as whole numbers and we got 14760 as our answer. Now the next step is making it as a decimal number, presenting it as a decimal number. How? In 9.84 we have a decimal point after 2 digits from the right. How many digits from the right? 2 digits from the right. And in 1.5 we have a decimal number after 1 digit from the right. In total, how many digits do we have? 1, 2 and 3. Yes children, to this side of the decimal number, how many digits do we have? 1, 2 and 3. We have to consider the number of decimal places in both the given numbers. In multiplication, what should we do? We have to consider the number of decimal places. These are the decimal places, yes. The decimal places in both the given numbers. We have 1, 2 and 3 decimal places altogether. So in our number, that is in our product 14760, we have to place our decimal point after 3 decimal places from the right. Understood children? Right? If we consider both the given numbers, there are 3 decimal places. So in the product, we have to place the decimal point after 3 digits from the right. This is how you multiply two decimal numbers. The multiplication is same as we multiply the whole numbers, but the only difference is we place our decimal point in the answer depending on the number of decimal places in both the given numbers. Understood? Let us look at another example also. Multiply 16.34 by 132. 16,34132. First let us multiply them as it is without any decimal point. 2 fours are 8, 2 threes are 6, 2 6 are 12, 1 carried, 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 3. For the next digit 3, we have to place 1 0 first. 3 fours are 12, 2 here, 1 carried. 3 threes are 9 plus 1, 10, 1 carried. 3 6 are 18. This was from the previous, so I'll erase here. Yes, 3 6 are 18 plus 1 19. 1 carried. 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4. So we are done with the 2 digits. Moving on to the third digit 1. We have to place 2 zeros. 1 4s are 4. 1 3s are 3. 1 6 are 6 and 1 1s are 1. We have to simply add now. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 2 8. 2 plus 4 6. 3 plus 9 12. 12 plus 3 15. 1 carried. 1 plus 4 5. 5 plus 6 11. 1 carried. 1 plus 1 2. Now here this is our answer 215688, but this is not our final answer. If we look at the numbers given, we have 16.34 and 13.2. What are the number of decimal places? 1, 2 and 3. We are having 3 decimal places altogether. We have to consider both the numbers. Yes, when we consider both the numbers together, we are having 3 decimal places. So in our answer, that is in our product, we have to place a decimal point after 3 digits from the right. Always consider the digits from the right while counting and also while placing the decimal number. Yes, so we are having 3 decimal places here. That is why we are placing a decimal point after 3 digits from the right. What is our product now? 215.688 is our final product of the given two decimal numbers. I hope this is clear, children. Multiplication of a decimal number by a whole number or another decimal number is done by multiplying them as whole numbers, ignoring the decimal point. Count the total number of digits to the right of the decimal point in the decimal number. Put the decimal point in the product by counting the same number of digits from its rightmost place. Now here we are having a few multiplication of decimal numbers by whole numbers. I think we did not cover it in the previous class, so I'll explain here. Again, we have already covered multiplication of a decimal number by another decimal number. Yes, so even for multiplication for a decimal number by a whole number, we follow the same, children. If you take the first one, for example, 32.1 into 8. Consider them just as our whole numbers and multiply. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 6 here 1 carried, 8 threes are 24 plus 1, 25. Now this is our product. After finding out the product, we have to place the decimal point. Now how many decimal places do the numbers have? We are having only one decimal place. So we will place our decimal point after one digit from the right. Understood, children? While multiplying two decimal numbers, we had something like this, 8.2. So we'll have two decimal places. So we'll place the decimal point after two digits from the right. But here we are having only one decimal place. So we'll place a decimal point after one digit from the right. Let us solve question 4 as well. 4418 into 4. Again ignoring the decimal point and multiplying. 4 8s are 32. 3 carried. 4 1s are 4 plus 3 7. 4 4s are 16. 6 here 1 carried. 4 4s are 16 plus 1 17. This is our product. Now where should we keep the decimal point? Again, even these numbers have only one decimal place. So we have to place the decimal point after one digit from the right. Understood, children? So 1767.2 will be our final product of the given decimal number and whole number. That is what it is said here. While multiplying a decimal number by one whole number or another decimal number, first step what do? We multiply them as whole numbers, ignoring the decimal point. Yes, we just do not consider the decimal point. Removing the decimal point, we multiply them both as whole numbers, and after multiplying, that is after we get our product, we count the number of digits to the right of the decimal point. Yes, the number of digits to the right of decimal point are nothing but our decimal places. So we count the number of decimal places in the given numbers, and then we put the decimal point in the product. In the final product, then we put the decimal point after by counting the same number of digits from its rightmost place. Yes, this is very important. Always while placing the decimal point, count here the number of digits from the right side, children. Never do it from the left side, or else all your hard work would be waste and you will get the wrong answer. Now coming to, let us multiply the following decimal numbers. If we take the first one, 1.1 into 2.0. So it will be 11 into 20. Yes, we ignore the decimal points. 1 zeros are 0, 1 zeros are 0. Again for 2 we have to place a 0. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. When we add these together, we have 220. But if we observe the given numbers, they have 2 decimal places. So even in the product, we have to place a decimal point after 2 digits from the right. 1, 2, then a decimal point. What is our answer here? 2.20 is our answer. I hope you can do the remaining multiplications right, children. These are easy only. Next, coming to the division of a decimal number. Now we are done with the 3 basic operations, that are addition, subtraction and multiplication, and we've reached the last mathematical operation, that is division of decimal numbers. Now first is, let us learn how to divide a decimal number by a whole number. How to divide a decimal number by a whole number. Consider the following examples. Find 3.5 divided by 5. We are having a decimal number which is divided by a whole number. So to divide a decimal number by a whole number, divide them as whole numbers and then place the decimal point in the quotient as in the decimal number. Just now we have dealt with multiplication of decimal numbers, right, children? So the same steps are applied here. If this was multiplication, what will you do? You will multiply them both ignoring the decimal point, and then in the product, for the product you will count the decimal places and place the decimal point accordingly. In the same way for dividing also, first divide them. 35 divided by 5 without the decimal point. Yes. And in the answer, what does the answer mean for division? Here answer means the quotient. So in the quotient we have to place our decimal point. How can we place our decimal point? After counting the decimal places in the given number. Let us look at how to solve it. Consider 3.5 divided by 5. If we divide the decimal number as a whole number, that would be 35 divided by 5. We have 5 sevens are 35 and the remainder is 0. Now our quotient is 7. That means it is our answer. But we have to place a decimal point here. If you look at the numbers, we have only one decimal point. So we have to place a decimal point after one digit from the right. We cannot simply write 0.7. There should be something here also. As we have nothing here, we will place 0. So 0.7 is nothing but 0.7. Yes, children, 0.7 is nothing but 0.7. Understood the steps? It is very much similar to multiplication. First we divide them both as whole numbers, and then we place the decimal point in the quotient as in the decimal number. Another example here, 27.21 divided by 3. 27.21 divided by 3. We have 3 nines are 27. 0 is our remainder, 2 brought down. We have 3 zeros are 0. When we subtract, 1 brought down. We have 3 sevens are 21. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. What is the quotient now? Our quotient is 907. But is this the correct answer? No. Our quotient was 27.21 divided by 3. We have 2 decimal places here. How many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So in the quotient we have to place our decimal point after 2 digits from the right. 9.07 becomes our correct answer. Is understood, children, the division of decimal numbers? In general, to divide a decimal number by whole number, we first divide them as whole numbers. Then place the decimal point in the quotient as in the decimal number. Yes. Now let us look at the division of a decimal number by 10, 100 or 1000. If you remember the multiplication of a decimal number, suppose 143.21 by 10. What did we do, children, when we multiplied? Here 10 has 1 0, so we moved the decimal point 1 digit to the right. The new number, that is the product, was 1432.1. Yes, so in the same way, when it was multiplied by 100, what did we do? It has 100 has 2 zeros. So the decimal point will move 2 places to the right. 14321 point. After that we do not have any number, so we can just place a 0 there. Next, the same number multiplied by 1000. Now our 1000 has 3 zeros, so the decimal point will move 3 places to the right. But in this number we have only 2 decimal places. We do not have the third decimal place. So what should be the third decimal place here? It will be our 0. As we do not have any number, there we'll place a 0. After that we have our point, and after point, if you want, you can place a 0, or you can simply leave it as this. 14,320. You can leave it as it is, or after that you can place a point. What was this? Multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. Now we are going to discuss about division of decimal places by 10, 100 and 1000. And as we already know, multiplication and division are opposite to each other. Yes, just like addition and subtraction are opposite, multiplication and division are also opposite. In multiplication, let me erase this here. I'll keep division symbols, removing the arrows. Yes, so in multiplication, what did we do? We moved the decimal point to the right side. Depending on the number of digits, we moved it so many places to the right side. But while dividing, here 143.21 divided by 10. 10 is having 1 0. So when we are dividing, we should move the decimal point 1 digit to the left. Understood, children? In multiplication, what did we do? We moved the decimal point to the right side. While dividing, we should move the decimal point to the left. So 143.21 divided by 10 will be equal to 14.321. What will it be equal to, children? 14.321. The decimal place has moved 1 digit to the left. Why 1 digit? Because our 10 here has 1 0. It will move 1 digit to the left. Next we have 143.21 divided by 100. Now the decimal point should move how many digits, children? 100 is having 2 zeros. So the decimal point will move 2 digits to the left. What will our answer be here? See, first we write the number as it is 14321, and the decimal point will move it 2 digits to the left, that is we'll place here after 1. 1.4321 is our new answer. Now in the same way, the same number when divided by our 1000. Divided by 1000. Again, what should we do? We should write the number as it is. We should write the number as it is. Yes, write the number as it is and then move the decimal point 3 digits to the left. 1, 2, 3. So it would be 0.14321. As there are no numbers before the point, we can simply put a 0. So that we'll have both the whole number part and decimal part. The 0 is our whole number part, yes children, and 14321 is our decimal part. Understood the difference between multiplication and division by 10, 100, 1000? While multiplying, we move the decimal point to the right side, and while dividing, we move the decimal point to the left side. Remember, multiplication and division are opposite to each other. Multiplication right, division left. If you want to look at how actual division is done, so this is how we actually divide 87.6 divided by 10. We have 10 8s are 80. Let me take red ink here. Yes, 10 8s are 80. When we subtract, 7 is remaining. 6 is brought down. As 6 here is a number that we have taken after the decimal point, we'll place a decimal point there, children, in the quotient. So 76, 10 7s are 70. When we subtract, 6 is our remainder. Sorry, yes, 6 is our remainder, but after 6 we are having nothing. After 6 we are having nothing to bring down. But we cannot leave 6 as a remainder here. Normally we leave 6 as a remainder. As we are having a decimal point here, you can place 0 after 6. After the final remainder, you can place a 0, children. As we have already kept a decimal point in the quotient, we can place a 0. Now we have 10 6 are 60. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. Now this division is a little bit complicated for you. So that is why you just simply understand that when we are dividing a given decimal number by 10, 100 or 1000, we move the decimal point to the left side. Or another way of understanding this is 87.6 divided by 10. Yes, 10 8s are 80. When we subtract, 7 is our remainder. 6 brought down, 10 7s are 70. When we subtract, 6 is our remainder. But we want to divide it completely. Yes, if you remember, even if you put a 0 after the decimal point, that is to the right side, the value will not change. So I am changing my dividend to 87.60. Now I am having 0 here, 0 brought down, 10 6 are 60, and when we subtract, 0 is our remainder. Here 876 is my quotient, but in the dividend I am having a decimal point after 2 digits from the right. So even in the quotient I have to place a decimal point after 2 digits from the right. 8.76 becomes my answer. Understood, children? So this is a little bit complicated division. You will learn more about it in your further classes. But for now, we just have to observe that the decimal point shifts places to the right when we divide by 10, 100 and 1000. So here we are having another example. 9754 0.25 divided by 1000. Here we are having 1, 2, 3 zeros. So our decimal point will also move 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. 9 point, here should be our point now. 9.75425 is our quotient now when we divide the decimal number by 1000. Coming to the next example, 76.45 divided by 1000. Again in 1000 we are having 3 decimal points. So we have to move it 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. But here there is no third digit. That is why we'll place 0. An extra 0 is placed as there are only 2 digits here. So 0.07645, and we are having nothing in the whole number part. So we can place a 0. 76.45 divided by 1000 gives us the quotient 0.07645. Understood, children? I hope the division and multiplication of decimal numbers is clear for you. Yes, to conclude our class, let us revise it. Let us revise about all the four, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now when we are adding two decimal numbers, say 15.60 and 21.08 together, how will we add? We'll just simply add them as whole numbers, 8, 6, 6, 3. And after adding, we make sure that we place the decimal number as given in the question, as provided in the addends. In the addends we are having decimal place after 2 digits from the right. So even in the sum we will place the decimal point after 2 digits from the right. Yes, and also what is the important point to remember while adding and subtracting decimals? The places, the place values should be the same. We should not write it here and there, children. See, these are the numbers in the ones place, these are in the tens place, these are 1/10s, these are 1/100s. So the decimal points, the place values of the numbers should be the same. Now coming to subtraction, the second one is subtraction, right? 21.08 minus 12.64. Now when we subtract, again subtract them as whole numbers. 8 minus 4, 4. 0 minus 6 is not possible, borrowing. 10 minus 6, 4. Again 0 minus 2 is not possible, borrowing. 10 minus 2 is 8. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So 8.44. As in the given numbers there is a decimal point after 2 digits, we'll place the decimal point after 2 digits in the answer as well. Now coming to the multiplication, say 41.1 into 9.2. First multiply them as whole numbers. Yes, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Then placing a 0, 9 1s are 9, 9 1s are 9, 9 4s are 36. When we add 2, 11, 18, 7 and 3. This is our product, but again we have to place the decimal point. We are having two decimal places combinedly. For multiplication, we have to consider the number of decimal places in both the given numbers, the multiplier and the multiplicand. We are having two decimal places. So we'll place the decimal point after 2 digits from the right. Now if we are doing the same with a division, okay, 3.6 divided by 9. Again we have to divide them as whole numbers. 4 9s are 36. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. In our dividend we are having one decimal place. So we have to, and the quotient is 4. We have to place a decimal point after 1 digit from the right. And as we have nothing in the whole number part, we are writing 0. So 3 by 6 divided by 9 is equal to our 0.4. Understood, children? This sums up all what we have learnt about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of whole numbers. And with this